Hi there, this is Dani. The channel is you and me living free, and we are going to have a little bit of fun today at the Glen Canyon Dam. I'm going to take you to the dam itself and the visitor center, and then we're going to go to an overlook and do the dam canyon at sunrise and sunset and give you photos of those, which I think are kind of really fun to look at. But first, the dam. So here is the visitor center. I do not remember why it is called the Carl Hayden Visitor Center. I don't remember who Carl was. I know Lowell was the explorer, and he called it Glen Canyon because of a green glen that was there or something, a flowing glen or something like that. I don't remember. But anyway, you get the picture. You can look it up if you're super interested. I do find, though, that the more I learn about the places that I go, the more of an appreciation I have for them. So I try to learn all I can, but a lot of times stuff goes in one ear and out the other. So this view is from the back of the visitor center. There's a railing and a little walk. And so you can see the high water there, and that's the dam. You can see the cars parked at the top of the van. Those black things are mostly cars. This dam is so tall. Lake Mead, Hoover Dam and Lake Mead are the only ones bigger than this one out in Vegas. I don't know if you've been there, but I think Hoover Dam is only about 15 feet taller than this one. And so it is enormous. And not only do you have this dam, but then on the other side, look at that gorgeous brick. Look at that. I was going to say brick. Look at that gorgeous sandstone. And, And so there's the bridge next to it. So these two together make a really compelling visual, and it's really cool. So I'm at this point, I'm taking another video of the bridge, and I'm kind of talking to myself about whether I could walk across the bridge, because there are people walking across the bridge. You can't see from here because it's too big. But there are people walking across, and I'm really talking to myself like, do I think I can walk across this bridge? And I wonder if I could do it. There I zoomed in to give you a view of some people walking across. And there I'm still kind of trying to talk to myself about whether I could do it or not. And look at that. I mean, it really is beautiful, but I was pretty concerned. So here's the beginning. Here's one of those signs that they shouldn't have to post. Right? I mean, some things are just common sense and should not have to be said out loud, but we say them anyway. So please don't throw anything off of the bridge, because there can be boats down there. There can be people down there doing work and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm really trying to work the guts, and here I'm showing you what it looks like. There are these big fences. They're around each side. So my plan was to walk down one side and walk back the other side. It's not very wide here, but it is strong and it is steady. You can tell how slow I'm going. I'm actually holding the camera over to the side, but I'm not looking myself. And I know the view is not very pretty through the chain link, so let's just ditch that. I'm like halfway here. I'm pretty proud of myself. Actually, I saw those people coming, though, from the other side, and I thought about turning around, but then I thought, you know what, I'm close to halfway, so I'm going to try to see if I can stick it out. And I made it. So I'm all the way across. I'm on the canyon side. Now all I have to do is cross the road and go back on the other side, which is actually even more beautiful. It's this canyon. And it's a gorgeous view, and I was looking forward to it kind of, but I was still a little nervous. I don't think I did a little bit of tapping before I started the first side of the bridge, but I was basically fine. I didn't have to really look over. You can tell how slow I'm going. I didn't really have to look over if I didn't want to. But every once in a while, I would get brave and just stop and take a picture. And those two pictures, okay, this is funny. Let me tell you. Here's the first picture. I'm just trying to figure things out as I go, right? It finally occurs to me that the actual camera on my phone is very small, and I could put it into one of the holes on the chain link and actually have a picture without the chain link. But look how gorgeous that is. I left this next video in just to show you how slow I'm going and how I'm moving along. This was not supposed to be a video. I didn't realize I was taking this, but you can tell I'm just going like my hand on the railing with every step I take. just when I think I'm so close, okay, I'm going to make it. I'm halfway across, more than halfway across the other side. Here comes a wide load. This made me so nervous. I was like, if this bridge is ever going to come down, it's probably right now with this huge load, or he's got something sticking out, he's going to hit me. Like all these weird thoughts go through your head when you're afraid. I did it. Down and back. Holy shit. I did it. Okay, here we are at an overlook. This is at a different location, but it is the same dam and the same canyon, but it's a different location. This is from the city of Page, and all I did was follow a sign that said Scenic Road with an arrow, and then one more turn, and then I was here. So here I am heading down the steps. They have the regular steps and then you're on the sandstone. And these steps are actually bigger than what they look. Like the depth is up to a foot, maybe even more than a foot on some of them. So it's really kind of like a climb. You're going down on the way there and then up on the way back. And you can only see part of the stairs here, but you're starting to see the sunset. And here's my smiling face, loving this sandstone. I love these formations so much. And I just think they're cool as heck. And so look at that. Look at that. I'm sorry. It's like even when I'm editing this video, I just remember what it's like to be there. And I just get so excited. This is my first sunset pic. And what I did was I just took a whole series of pictures. I'm going to let them play in the background. And I just tried to stand in the same place. I'm about halfway down to the overlook on a just standing there. And so I took them as the night went on and just kind of captured the different sky and stuff. And the view of the canyon was really great, but you can't make out a lot of detail because it's getting darker. And of course you just can't. But I took these every 5 or 10 minutes. You're starting to see, have you ever watched the sunset where you realize that where the sun went down isn't really the most gorgeous spot? A lot of times it's off to one side or the other. This nice woman offered to take a picture of me as I was standing here on this rock taking my pictures. Anyway, you can see the sky just changing and the sandstone is changing as well. It's getting darker. You can hardly see anything in the canyon, but those colors. Oh, look at that orange and the bright yellow. I love it. And then we just shifted the view over a little bit because the sky was prettier over there. Look at that. Oh, I love a good sunset. There were so many people out here at sunset, but it was getting cold, and by now almost everyone was gone. They say they didn't stay for the most beautiful part of it. I think people get, people get impatient or whatever, or maybe they were getting cold or whatever. So I think they missed kind of the best part of it. And then this is from the parking lot as I'm leaving. And so the morning, okay, when I was there in the evening, let me just tell you really quick. You know, it's always about the backstory, right? It's always about what's happening, not just the pictures. Okay, so in the evening, everyone was there, tons of people. In the morning, hardly anybody was there. Here's another sign we shouldn't need to post, isn't it? But I will say that I didn't see any graffiti or anything when I was here, so maybe the sign works. Okay, we're starting with the sunrise pictures. This is across the canyon. That is actually the moon that is setting, but to my eyes, that moon was gorgeous, but you know how moon pictures never turn out in pictures. And here we are showing pictures of the steps again. These steps were actually no joke. I guess that's why I felt like I had to take some pictures of them. Plus, it was just beautiful, the way the stairs were integrated with the rock and everything. So on these morning pictures, instead of really looking at the dawn, which is the other direction, I'm looking at the canyon and just showing what kind of detail comes out with the different kinds of light and the different light in the morning at different angles and how things show up, which I just found really fascinating. Like the whole thing seems to change as the sun moves through the sky and gets stronger or gets maybe a cloud moves over or something, and everything just is so dynamic and changing. Plus, I just am so in love with this sandstone. Like this one looks so dull. Maybe there was a cloud or something, right? A cloud that moved across the sky. These look a little more dull, but it's just a different perspective. This is a really good one. And then I think this might be my favorite. I think this is my favorite. And then I'm just going to do a video sweep of the whole thing. And then I think we're going to be done. So let's take a look. So here's the whole overlook. We see the dam there in the distance. And I have zoomed in on this a little bit. I'm at the top now with the car, with my van. Oh, look how gorgeous that looks. And there's my van, ready to take me home. Another gorgeous picture. Thank you so much for making it to the end of another video. I'm sending you a ton of love. I hope you liked it. Bye for now.